Hey, it's Nyla. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. I know I have not posted a YouTube video in quite some time now, so I wanted to come on here and talk about how I came up with my 15-step plan on how I figured out what I wanted to do with my business, my career, my life, and just sort of get everything narrowed down. Hopefully you cannot hear the lawnmower in the background. I don't know why. As soon as I start recording, they just wanted to make noise. So anyway, the career plan. So I found this bullet journal on Amazon, and I got a bunch of cute little markers to go with it, as well as some different colorful pens. I have personally never done a bullet journal before, but I've seen other people do them, and I really wanted to start with a bullet journal to kind of get everything more organized. So technically this could be like a 3-part series, because the first thing that I did was come up with my career plan, and then the next thing that I did was list out my life categories. But today I'm just going to talk about how I narrowed everything down and how I came up with the idea of where I wanted to go, which direction I wanted to go in, and yes, so let's jump into it. So this in no mean way, shape, or form is going to be really pretty starting off. I know a lot of bullet journals are super cute and they have all these different designs and things that they do, but for me, this was really just to start listing things out, and kind of you'll see the styles change throughout this little 15-step plan, and you'll see that it's going to be a little bit different. That's because I wanted to play with the designs a little bit and see what I like the best. Step 1. First you want to do is you want to list out what you think your own personality traits are. So for example, I put something like compassionate, optimistic, introverted, understanding, thoughtful, but list out your personality traits. Step 2, you want to list what you believe your current skill set is, or skills that you personally think that you have. For me, I put things like Illustrator, Photoshop, organization, collage designs, creativity, communication, furniture selections, etc., etc. And feel free to pause me at any moment. Step 3, you want to list out the skills that you want to improve on. For me, that would be something like Illustrator. I want to learn more about printing guidelines and how to print or set up prints using Illustrator. I have some knowledge, but I definitely want to improve on that. Step 4, what are you currently doing for income? Any type of income that you have coming in, you can just list that out here. Step 5 would be what you want to earn income from. So think about some things that you always wanted to try, or you think that you could try in the future, and then list those out. For example, I put on here my skills, my crafts, my thoughts and ideas, and my creativity. That's something that I would love to earn income from. Step 6, you want to rate your current income streams. For me, for example, I'll show you here, I did like the party invites, which are on my Etsy shop. I put that it's minimal but with opportunity for growth. Or for like my like to know it, same thing, it's minimal with opportunity for growth. Step 7 would be, how can you apply step 5 to whatever the current market needs are. So take a look back at your step 5, which is what you want to earn income from, and how can you apply that to the current market needs. So for example, I could sell my skills to current businesses. I could sell my crafts online like Etsy. I could promote my thoughts and ideas on Instagram via products that I use. I could use creativity to develop standards that can be copied and purchased. So these are just like rough ideas, not getting too much into detail yet. Step 8 would be, what do you have the most potential to earn income from? I just listed out one thing here, which would be selling my crafts online. That's what I believe I could potentially earn the most income from. And then step 9, what would make you the most happy? For me, I put expressing my creativity. Makes me very, very happy. Step 10. Based on your personality traits, what would you be the most successful at doing? So now we're not just talking about your skills, we're talking about your personality. Then step 11 would be based on your skills, what would you be the most successful at doing? For me, that was using my creativity to develop standards that can be copied and purchased. Step 12, what are you most likely to consider pursuing long term? For this, I put parties. So you want to be very honest with yourself as you're going through all of these different options. They may not all match up. Like, for example, mine's like something different almost in every category, but we're gonna work that out later. So step 13 is you want to list out the categories that you've considered pursuing and rate them based on previous questions. I'll give you an example. So the categories that I've considered pursuing: interior design, style and skincare, parties, DIY and crafts, self-love, things to do or see, and places to eat. So I rated these based on the previous questions. You can look at the previous questions and on a scale of like 1 to 5, rate how you would consider it based on each question. For example, I put, what am I most likely to consider pursuing long term? So if I look at interior design, I'm rating that on a scale of 1 to 5. Would I consider pursuing that long term? So step 11, for example, based on my skills, what would I be successful at doing? If I look at interior design, do I have a lot of skills there? Would I be pretty successful at doing something like that? And then step 10, based on personality traits. So for interior design, does it match up with my current personality traits? Is it something that I would be very successful at doing? So you just want to go through and take your time and be very thoughtful about it. When you rate these, it's very important because it will help you to figure things out with the next steps moving on. Step 14, list the top 2 to 4 categories and how you plan to deliver value to the market. Based on your rating system of 1 to 5, you can even just use your top 1 or your top 2. For me, I just listed them all out and then I listed out my rating for each one. For example, based off of what I found here, I found that party invitations was at the top of my list, party setups was next, interior design after that. So those are my top 3. How do you plan to deliver value to the market? What's going to be your avenue, your outlet? So for example, for party invitations, I plan on using Etsy to sell and Instagram to promote. For party setups, I'm going to blog about it and then also Instagram to show my work and then also to promote. For interior design, kind of the same thing, blogging as well as vlogging. So step 15, write down what you want to earn in a year, divide by 12 and round up. Now list out how much you would like to earn in each category above. So you're going to list the frequency in one column, income stream for the next column, and the amount of money in the last column. So for example, for my income stream, party invite, for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to list out, I put $4,000 a month for each of these different categories that I listed. In order to make $4,000 a month, I would have to sell 125 invites per week at whatever their current price is. So the frequency would be how often I'm delivering that value to the market. So for example, here I put 2 times a month because my plan is set to come up with 2 new invites per month. 2 times a month for party invites, 125 invites per week at the current price I'm selling them will give me $4,000 a month. I'll give you another example. For party setups would be an income stream to do like party decorations and event planning. For the income stream, for example, of a party setup, if I want to make $4,000 a month and say I'm charging $500 per event, that would mean that I need to have 7 events per month in order to meet my goal, my ultimate end goal. And under the frequency, I put the amount of hours it would take me to actually complete like a party setup or a roundabout number. So let's go through another example. For some of like the social media streams, for example, with YouTube and doing like vlogs. I looked up some numbers and I did rough estimates, and I used the lower end of what people are typically getting paid. So if I'm doing vlogging videos and I get 400,000 views per month, I could technically make $4,000. So the frequency with which I'm providing that value to the market would be once a week, because I plan on doing it one time a week. So you can see how I listed it out. So my goal is to have 4 income streams per month. So based on the income stream and the frequency, you want to consider how many hours you need to put into each of your income streams and the plausibility of it, or how likely it is that you will actually be able to follow through in considering the amount of hours that it will take. So based on your income stream, the frequency with which you plan to post, and the amount of hours you put in, and the amount of money that you want to earn, from there you can decide what is the most plausible option for you and what will be the most likely that you can actually follow through with. Okay, so that's it. I really hope you liked this video and it helps you to gain a better understanding into how you can plan out your business choices and your career choices, and how you can just kind of narrow everything down and continue to move forward and to grow and to do all of the good things that you want to do in this life, and get the money that you deserve and earn the income that you deserve, and to just be super happy and content and just keep growing. And that's my speech about my bullet journal. You can follow me on Instagram to see my progress. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel to see, hopefully I'll be putting out videos every single week. I'm still developing some content for that. Okay, bye.